your shoulder makes your skin crawl. And we only come alive after nightfall. I've been singing in the shadows, slipping through the streets. Roll up right beside you, I'll right to my feet. Something's right behind you, hope that it's not me. Something's right behind you.
Let's get it if my phone doesn't die. You ready?
Yep.
What's up?
All right. We got my boy in here coming in here with his. Wait, what'd you play exactly?
I played Rescue Ace with a Diabell Star engine.
Yeah.
So technically Snake Eyes, if you want to call it that.
He came in here with the fire. Let's get into it.
Yeah, it was my first regional. I got 24th somehow. I didn't expect it to happen.
You also
but,
had a locals at the last round. You played against Riddell.
Yeah.
They talked about
shout
the
out to my
entire
boy
time.
Riddell, TTD final round. But I played Rescue Ace. I didn't like the Snake Eyes deck. It's probably more consistent, a little bit stronger than this, but it's what I was comfortable with.
Yeah.
I still think you can end on insane boards going first. The set 4 from the deck is insane. Yeah, I really like the deck. I thought it performed well. So
All right, let's
let's
get
get
into
into it. This is pretty standard, I think, from what I've seen. You played the 3 Hydrant, 2 Preventer, 2 Turb. I played 2 Impulse. Just because I've seen Puppet Lock, Jowgen Lock going around. If they try to do that to you, you just chain this onto the Albion and you get Turbulence anyways. So you just set 4 on your turn, and it doesn't really come up for them. And then the one Lifter, of course.
RIP Lifter.
Yeah,
Literally rip.
free my boy Lifter.
No, free my boy Cirque first. Fuck Cirque.
Yeah, maybe Cirque then Lifter.
Definitely. He can come back.
But pretty standard. All these cards put in work today. The main thing that this did was let me tribute summon Turbulence. I'll get into how I did that later, but yeah, it came in big. So that's mostly the Rescue Ace stuff. And then the Snake Eyes engine. I played the 3 Witch, 3 Wanted, and then the 1 Original.
Yeah.
I maxed out on Witch because I want to see Hydrant as much as possible.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think there's like a 90% Hydrant chance to see Hydrant in opening hand with this deck. This just gets you going. Opening
Might
this,
fact check that.
yeah. Opening this is huge because you can save your normal summon for Hydrant. I've had so many times where they try to interrupt this just because they think I'm playing Snake Eyes.
You're also the only Rescue Ace player left.
I didn't
in the
see
world.
any other Hydrants.
I
in the
did
room.
not see a single rescue.
I did
I
not
just thought
see
about that.
a-
You're
in
the
this room.
only one.
I was expecting to see at least 1 or 2. They were none of them.
They were
Puts
dark.
out the fire.
He's
So
Yeah,
true.
the fire deck puts out the fire.
yeah.
But yeah, this just conserves your normal summon. It's huge. So when they waste their interruption on it, you can just go normal Hydrant and you can keep playing anyway.
Literally last man standing.
Yeah,
true.
last man standing. You bait the Imperm, you bait the Ash. Really good card. For hand traps, I just played the 3 Ash, the 3 Nib, and then the 3 Imperm. Now I was playing Veiler, but I cut it just because I didn't want to open hand traps all the time. Kind of cloggy. I didn't think I needed the Veiler. I think this was just a fine lineup for hand traps.
How did the nib perform?
I
with
didn't-
the other 6.
I didn't get to Nib one time. The
So
one
maybe
time I
that's a
could.
consideration.
Yeah, I mean, the one time I did, I was Princess locked. Bit of a misplay on my part, but
I don't know.
It-
I just feel like in this format, Veiler is like actually a high impact hand trap, right?
yeah, I
'Cause
was,
there's a lot of times, especially it's happened to me, where I've just drawn Snake Eye Ash or Bonfire, and I go,
And
well,
one monster
yeah.
effect negate. And you're
if
like,
I don't have cross out, I can't beat this Veiler Imperm.
yeah.
So
Honestly, I was siding out the Nibs.
Yeah, that's
Veiler would
fair.
probably be better in the future, just because Snake Eyes board can play around it. They got the field spell.
I've seen a lot of people just side deck nib. I don't know if
Yeah,
y'all
I
seen
feel
that
like
or
it's-
I've been
not,
side
but-
I've betted it on.
I feel like it's better in the
He's
side
not
deck.
playing it all. Towards back.
Because Voiceless can make the Omni negate before you drop the Nib, and it doesn't really do anything in your hand.
Yeah, and like
But-
a bunch of Voiceless players in here, a bunch of branded,
Yeah.
a bunch of cash that don't play into nib. So
Yeah, most of the time I was just pitching it off of Witch.
yeah, I only
that's
missed
fine.
round 1. Yeah, think about it.
But yeah, those are the hand traps. For back row, you got the 3 Emergency. It's a great card. It helps you.
Best card in the deck.
Yeah,
Card
The
just
best
says,
card.
"Uh-huh."
it helps you dodge targeting on your Turbulence. Just keeps your engine going. You can tag out into whatever you need for the situation. Just a great card. Deck really needed it. And then the standard back row, you got the Rescue, you got the alert, you got the contain, and you got the extinguish.
Why aren't these supers, bro? The disrespect. I'm just saying.
Well, they were foreigns, but
No. I'm talking
Yeah.
about general because it doesn't have a super, right?
Yeah.
Or does it?
I don't think it does.
think it does.
No.
Yeah.
I think
got-
this is an OTS super, and that's it.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like,
and, then,
come on, yeah.
and then the hydrants were like in that
Yeah.
set no one cares about.
These two cards are kind of bricks, but you have to play them. Just for the set 4, you get insane
How often
value.
did your set 4 resolve today?
I used the extra deck to help me out a bit, but I'd say 9 times out of 10 I got the set 4.
As long as we resolve a set 4, we're in
Yeah,
there.
I just always try to play with like Imperm or Veiler in the opponent's hand.
Yeah.
Just because if they wait for you to activate it and they hit it, you're cooked.
Yeah.
And then I played the field spell, of course. This thing let me normal summon the Turbulence against Labyrinth. They activated Black Coat and they called Turb, and then they had an Ice Dragon set and I had a Machine Engrave. This let me cycle it out of the grave, and then I could just tribute summon anyways. And then I get the set 4 anyway, and then
Oh,
just one
that's
from
crazy.
there. It was really funny. I didn't expect to do that today, but it came up. Just a good card for the grind game too.
Yeah, I think this deck is actually one of the scariest decks in the grind game, just because of the field
Yeah,
spell.
field
Yeah.
spell gets you so much
If
advantage.
you get out the field spell, you cut off a lot of this.
Yeah, it gets you so much advantage on later turns, and
And if they got it, you cooked.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you
I've
get
lost so
the
many times because the field spell was still in mode.
attack boost is nice too, but it's whatever.
People forget that the attack boost
it's
exists.
plus
I've
five.
seen someone attack into like turbulence, and they're like, and it's like, no, my
crash
guy's
doesn't have
bigger.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
But yeah,
okay.
it's
I lost
nice.
my monster for that.
It's nice, but it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And then I played 3 pros for consistency. I didn't play the bonfire because A, I didn't have them, and B, I wanted to add more to my hand than just Snake Eyes cards. This can add you a hand trap you need, anything you need
It
really.
lets you dig for floodgates.
Yeah,
or
you
like
can
anything
dig-
you need. Like
yeah,
your,
you can dig for the
deck-
side deck,
deck
too.
cards.
I mean, yeah, the side deck cards, right? So
Yeah.
I think this card's just better than bonfire in this deck specifically,
specifically.
right? Because it can also get
Yeah.
you to emergency to play around like Infirm, right?
Yeah, so you can already like sculpt your hand based off of what you can see
Yeah,
off of
and
6
you can
cards.
afford to get rid of stuff in the extra
Yeah, the
deck
extra
too with
deck
this
almost
deck.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Access to
Yeah, which is
somehow.
nice.
Set 4 is the main goal, anyways. But rest of the cards, these are my 41st and 42nd cards. I think you got to play them in this format just because everybody's running hand traps,
Yep.
12 and up. Pretty good card today. I didn't get too much value out of it, but when it came up, it came up. And then one ofs, I played 1 Monster Reborn, 1 for 1, and 1 Rhoda.
Animal.
Yeah. I didn't play any of the Snake Eyes cards because my thought was I'll let my opponent use the Snake Eyes cards and I'll just plus off of them. A lot of times where I use Rescue or I use Reborn,
He's able to sneak cards off you.
you can take their Princess, shut that off for the turn. You can take an Ash or an Oak and then just get Hydrant back. So on their turn, you just add Hydrant back for follow-up next turn. And this is Lifter 2.0.
So true.
I didn't see it all day, but I think you got to play it just for consistency's
Yeah,
sake.
no, yeah, 100%.
And yeah, and the 1 for 1. It's
one
just
for one.
another Hydrant, really.
So 45,
42.
42.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I can dig it.
And then
That's
for
solid.
the extra deck, Link Through was insane.
Someone said this card should get banned.
Eh.
Why?
I don't know. Someone made
Why?
the suggestion. Like, huh?
I played against
It's
Riddell.
everyone's deck. It
I
makes
played against
SP
Riddell
out.
match 9, and he just kept cycling this thing over and over again. And this card's crazy.
Snake Guy Link Rebo.
So true.
Yeah, it helps you get Hydrant off the
Someone-
board.
someone-
If you have a Preventer in hand, you need to combo with. But great card. Anima, I didn't make it today, but I feel like you got to play it. Some people just sleep on the Anima zones, and you get free value off of it. If you do resolve Nib, you can take the token, get it out of the way. SP's huge. I only play 1 because I only had 1. This helps you resolve your Turbulence. So if you can manage to get this out before summon 4, they can't really imperm it, they can't really Veiler it because you just get it out of the way.
Which you get more value from this card now because of another card that's come out, and
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
and it's just good. It's just good removal too.
Because they can have 2 imperms, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You will still set 4.
Yeah,
As long as that's resolved, we're good.
I just wanted to be as consistent as possible. Get set 4 to resolve as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the 2 Charmers. Good for extending and pushing for game. You can take Diabell Star and plus off of it. And you can take Hand Traps, Ash Blossom, and punish them for it. I never made this today, but the Sunlight Wolf, it helps you get into Decode Talker, which I didn't make either, but it's just good for adding back cards you need later. Phoenix is good, just a generic spell trap removal, something that this deck struggles with.
That is true.
Yeah.
Floodgates do be the way.
It's there if you need it. I didn't make it too often
Floodgates
today,
are pretty good.
but when it comes up, it comes up. Princess is just a broken card.
Yep, that's
Future
the
bait.
card.
Yeah.
That's the future baiting.
If they do, for whatever reason, get an imperm on the turbulence before you activate the effect, you can always just make this,
Summon
bring
the
it
turn
back,
back. Oh my
and
God.
then you get the set 4
Nice
anyway.
imperm, buddy.
Yeah, they just lose a card, and you +4 off of it.
Unless they have another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heat Soul is good for drawing into your hand traps.
How often do you do the Heat Soul on?
I never made it today.
Never made it?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
I feel like
what I thought.
I feel like it just plays into Nib more, and I want to focus on getting Turb out
Yeah.
over just drawing
like
your hand.
maybe okay, so like if you ever go against like branded players, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
they're not playing
finding the
hand
ash.
traps,
They didn't
so
seem to
like
be here today.
you just
Yeah, I
there's a
didn't-
lot of branded.
I didn't
don't know.
see any
yeah.
branded.
Branded cards? Like branded the deck
Yeah.
itself?
I saw what 3 branded in like that first table. I saw,
Yeah.
and there was like 2 voiceless branded, but like no, yeah, Heat Soul is definitely
Yeah,
better versus
the
branded.
voiceless player I played against was playing Branded Fusion. That's the only branded cards I saw all day.
Yeah, fair.
That's me too.
Fair.
100%.
But yeah,
I
it,
I saw 2.
it's nice if you need to draw into a hand trap that you need. Like if you need to ash the Branded Fusion, yeah, you can dig for it.
Yeah.
I never made it though. This card, Celine, it's just access code.
Miss Talker.
Yeah, it's
Literally
Miss
Miss
Talker.
Stupid, bro.
I go into this a lot just to push for game.
I need to play that card though.
Yeah, in this deck you run a lot of spells as is, so you just bring Diabell Star back for free, and then you go into access code and you blow everything up.
And since you play the anima, well, you can't summon it back. Never mind.
Yeah,
Play
But
souls.
disregard me.
and then for the big boys, play the Amblewell just because you have to get Princess
Yeah.
off the board, set it up in the grave. I had the pop effect come up my last round. It won me the game basically.
Yeah.
People forget about it, the graveyard effect, other than just the special back. But it's nice for extending further and
I
just
think it's
keep.
because a lot of fire, like the Snake Eye deck doesn't play it, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, like 99% of people don't play the card in the pure Snake Eye deck. But like even in the Fire King deck, because like Ani and Chris,
They removed it.
they stopped playing it at all.
Yeah.
Because they just go for different lines. So people just forget about
Yeah,
this
they
card.
Yeah, they
Forget
put
about
in the access code line first if they wanted to kill you.
Yeah, and they also have to try and fit in like Sunlight Wolf because
Yeah, you get a free pop off of it. People aren't paying attention to it, and it can steal games.
Yep.
And it doesn't target, which is kind of criminal.
Access code is just crazy in this deck. The whole most of the extra deck, I'm making this guy. That or SP just to protect my turbulence. But this card's just great for pushing for game. And then I played the Apo too.
Yeah.
I only made it once and it won me the game. Just because a lot of the times I don't like playing. I don't like playing in a nib.
Yeah, if you don't have to. You know.
Yeah.
And then if you do, it's like, I have
it's
this
just
stuff.
good for closing out games where popping's not going to help you.
Yeah.
I had this in the extra deck. It didn't do anything.
I think you need this card though.
Yeah, I mean it
Let this dude
can trigger your princess if you need it. I don't have the Raging
You got a
Phoenix,
C-type on there?
so I wasn't OTKing people.
Yes, you do.
I never made this guy, but I feel like he's nice to have just in case you need him.
Yeah, I think that might be an in, but you can try it.
And then last card in the extra. This is just prosperity fodder, honestly.
You hold it, I'll go.
Just make it.
I never made it once.
What, the Typhon?
No, I never made this guy.
I don't think I did either.
I haven't actually tried
My
it.
thought is it would be good against voiceless, or when they're playing the branded package, anyways.
Yeah, that card versus Branded is good.
Yeah, it's good against if they're playing the branded
you're not
package. It's great.
Yeah, if you're not puffing.
Only time I saw it was to banish it off of Bros.
Fair.
Battery
Yeah.
life. Whoa.
Value.
And then for the side deck, I could probably improve on it, but I played
Fuck did my charger piece go?
the 2 Bestials,
worry.
just a Drew's Worm and a Magnamut. I don't like voiceless. This deck,
That's messed up, bro.
This deck has a bad matchup into that deck just because their continuous says you can't target them. This deck needs to target their
Yeah.
cards. So you can hit the low. If they're playing the branded stuff, you can hit the Jowgen. You can hit anything you need to.
Well, here.
Yeah. I did try to get Jowgen locked once today, and I broke through it, but it's good against that silly stuff like that. I played the 2 Bell also. It's good against lab. You can hit the low trying to get out of the grave. Just a solid card. It stops Flamberge too.
I think this card is worse though than just Bestials, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think Ghostbell is actually like baiting a lot of people because like even in the pure Snake Eye deck, if your opponent is actually competent, and even against the voiceless deck, right? If they're competent, they will. If they can play around, like they can somewhat play around Bestials, not all the way, but like they can always play around a Bell.
Yeah. I
Always.
just put it in there for a little bit of extra gas in those situations, but
like maybe if like because your pure Snake Eye matchup is pretty decent already, right?
yeah, it's pretty solid.
So like
already.
if like your voiceless matchup is so bad, maybe like more Bestials, right?
Yeah, I can. I used to play
I literally
ball
won a game today against a voiceless player because I opened
Open
3
multiple
Bestials.
lists,
Yeah, I considered playing.
But
ball
2
drakes,
Bestials
but
is enough. The other one was just an extender.
It'd probably be a good idea in the future to just cut this down.
Yeah.
Because the main purpose I'm trying to provide with the Bell is to stop the voiceless deck, and this does that already.
Yeah.
But it was all right. It came up against Lab.
Yep.
Not really the best card.
Spooky Dogwoods. I sighted them in once. I never saw them. Just to have a time card.
I need to go to the charger
Pretty
port. My
solid.
phone's gonna die.
And then
Speed through it.
I decided to play some back row hate. Just
Wait a
because.
minute, what am I seeing?
Yeah,
What's that card?
I played the 3 Cyclone, I played the Lightning
Oh,
Storm
okay.
and the Duster. Again, I think Voiceless Voice
thought
is a
it
big
was
problem for
the
this deck.
Gravekeeper's inscription card.
Oh.
So being able to just either Lightning Storm the back row, get rid of their targeting protection, just break through boards.
Yeah.
Against rogue stuff, it's good too. I used it against Flu. It came up against the Snake Eyes matchup too. He had the field spell and he had 4 in the back row, including an IP, and I just Lightning Storm spells.
I don't want to talk about Lightning Storm.
Yeah, just completely
I
clear
got
the
Lightning
back
Storm
row.
for 4.
I got Lightning Storm for 5. So.
Yeah, just because in some situations it
I
feels
didn't
like
play
the
Lightning
hand
Storm
traps
in my
weren't
deck,
enough.
that's all.
And then for the final cards, I played 2 Strike and I played 1 Judgment.
Bro, what?
I put 1 Judgment in just because the chance I ran into back row removal. It feels bad if they evenly you after you set 4,
That is true.
if
Or
they
Lightning Storm
or if they
usually.
feather dust you. I just wanted a little bit of insurance.
How did Strikes feel then?
Strike was really solid. You can hit the Witch off the summon. They get
got
no
Strike.
value off of it.
I'm glad I did get striked.
Yeah, Strike is pretty solid. It's really good against Diabell Star. It helps you save your other interrupts.
Alrighty.
Just because I like to lead it. But yeah, overall pretty solid. I'm happy with how the deck performed, considering it was my first regional.
Well, it's weird because it's your locals. This is your first
Yeah.
region.
Yeah.
It's very disappointing, but I
Locals
love
and
it.
regional. Yeah.
What? All right, thank
Yeah.
you.
Like a spider on your shoulder makes your skin crawl.